Hi guys, it's Carisa, and today I wanted to talk to you about tea. This video is almost exclusively inspired by a new friend of mine. Her name is Chelsea. She does drink a lot of tea and she has done videos on it. It got me realizing that I don't drink tea enough. And I did have quite a bit of it just in my home because I'd purchased it with the hope to be more of a tea drinker. Well, now that I'm not doing fertility treatments anymore and I'm not scared of caffeine as much as I used to be, I didn't drink caffeine basically ever before. I now drink it on a daily basis, but I do have some teas that are caffeine free so that I can drink them in the evening, and I do enjoy it. I guess a couple of things that I have to say about tea drinking in general is I used to be very lazy. I purchased almost always exclusively loose teas, and which was weird because the majority of the time it was just some kind of a green tea base. So I could have just had green tea. I don't know. I used to just buy a lot of loose teas, and then I had like the little steeping spoons and all of that stuff. And it would get to the point where I just felt like it was too much work and I didn't like having to drink around the little tea bits in my cup. But for some reason I felt like, oh, well, I can't use tea bags. That's just, I don't know. I'm not cool if I use tea bags or something. I don't know what my issue was. For years, the only thing that I would ever tend to have in my cupboard was this Wegmans green tea. Just tea, green tea. Other than that, the only thing I regularly drank was Tazo passion tea, and I would make that into iced tea and keep it in my fridge, and that was more for warmer weather. So basically that's all I would ever drink before, and I've been really loving tea lately, and with my new way of eating, I've incorporated it a lot. Basically, I will have heavy cream in my tea, and no sweeteners or anything. I just put cream in the tea and really enjoy it. So I have a little 31 bag here with the tea in it that I drink, and I just want to talk about this bag because do you see how cute it is? The colors really aren't I think the hot pink is what kind of turns me off because otherwise I like the blue and the gray, but I don't know, there's little birdies on it. So I brought all my tea upstairs to talk to you guys about it. I also have my teapot and my favorite mugs just because I thought that this would be fun, and there's no rules here. I can show you my mugs, right? Oh yes, I just found one of these also. This is a stash green tea because apparently I felt the need to have multiple brands of the same kind. Do you see what I mean? I was just weird about it. So yeah, bag tea is basically, it's easier, it's faster in a lot of ways. You don't have to measure anything out or make sure you get the ratios right. I just use my teapot. I got this on Amazon. I'm sorry, I don't know who makes it, but I will put that below if I find that out. I just have this little blue teapot, and I just put a little bit of water in it. I just eyeball it. I don't measure anything. It's got cat hair all over it because my cat was like, because I brought it up here, she was like, whoa, what's that? I'm really curious about it. This is probably one of my favorites. This is the Republic of Tea Blueberry Green Tea. I am a big fan of blueberry flavoring. I would even get blueberry syrups in my coffee when I would go to like Dunkin' Donuts. I get blueberry coffee. There's just something about that I enjoy. However, this I have been doing something different with. If you've heard of something called bulletproof coffee, which I've very briefly talked about before, where you put coconut oil and butter and cream, basically, you know, there's a few different ways to do it, but you would put that in your coffee and it almost serves as a meal in a lot of ways. Because of the density and calories and all of that. I actually did that with this, and it tasted like I was drinking a warm blueberry muffin. It was so delicious. Most of what I have here is Celestial Seasonings. This one right here, was probably one of the first things I did breaking into drinking tea other than what I would normally buy. And why I liked this is because you could try all of the different flavors that you know, you would normally just buy a whole box of, and then if you didn't like it, you had a whole box of it, you know. These are 5 different fruit flavors broken up into packets on the inside. I've purchased this so many times, and I always go through the blueberry one first, which is why I decided to get a big, I don't know why I didn't get this one. But in each of these packets are the tea bags, and these are really nice, these fruit ones, to make as iced tea. Like right after you're done steeping it, you can just pour it over some ice. But yeah, my favorite ones in this are this Country Peach Passion and the blueberry one. It was probably 2 years ago. I was on Facebook and someone wrote a post that just caught my eye. There were all these exclamation points in it. It looked like something bad happened, and then when I got reading it, she had just tried this tea and was really excited about it. So this is the Sugar Cookie Sleigh Ride by Celestial Seasonings. My sister is really obsessed with this. This one is caffeine free, and it tastes so much like a sugar cookie. And it gives you the feeling that it is sweet even without anything sweet about it. It's just tea, but if you add cream to this, it's even more decadent tasting, and it just really brings out the flavor. The scent is really good too, but I'll talk to you about good smelling teas in a second because I have an issue with them. The other interesting thing about this tea is it's not really like a specific kind of tea. It doesn't even have it in the ingredients. So it says it's caffeine free, but it's made out of milk thistle, roasted barley, orange peel, and what I think is really funny is natural sugar cookie flavor. I'm not even really sure how they even began with that. And there's probably a really sensible explanation for that, but I'd rather enjoy the kind of silly version in my head that they just, I don't know, made some sugar cookies cry into a pot or something. This is the Stash Chocolate Mint Tea, and this is an oolong. This one, to be honest, is more mint than anything. The chocolate essence in it is just, it's barely there. You would smell it more than actually taste it. But I do enjoy this one because it's not like a super sharp peppermint flavor like what you would end up getting with a peppermint tea. And speaking of peppermint tea, this is one that is always in my grocery store this time of year, and I've never purchased it until this fall. This is the Candy Cane Lane, and this is a decaffeinated green tea that's used for this. This is super pepperminty, so if you have kind of a taste for one more over the other, the peppermint and the chocolate mint is very subtle. And look at those cute polar bears working so hard on, I mean, look at this show off right here. What's his deal? Speaking of Celestial Seasonings, I think one of their most popular teas is the Sleepy Time tea, which I have in the Keurig container. I got these in a sample pack when I first purchased the Keurig. I got it for my husband for Christmas a few years ago, and I thought it would be nice for me to have some tea because I didn't drink coffee at all back then. The problem is in order to just get an authentic flavor out of this, you have to cycle through a couple of just cups of just plain water to get the coffee grounds and everything out of the Keurig, at least in the model I have. And I was always too lazy to do that. So I do have, I don't know, maybe 10 of these left from times when I wasn't really super interested in taking all of those steps. But this is a really delicious tea. I don't even know anything about it because I don't have any of the information here. But I was very impressed by this. I thought it was going to be just kind of plain, and being pretty much exclusively a green tea drinker prior to this, this had a really great flavor to it. So this is Nutcracker Sweet. This is a Christmas tea by Celestial Seasonings, and it is black tea, and it contains caffeine. So if you really need like an afternoon pick-me-up, this will do it. This tea does kind of have a nice sweetness to it on its own. The ingredients in it are black tea and vanilla, like vanilla flavoring, natural vanilla flavoring, and a little bit of cinnamon. And it's just a really nice combination. There's not a lot going on, so it really tastes nice. I do, though, weirdly, I do typically add sweetener to this. I'll add just the littlest pinch of stevia in a cup, just because I feel like it's so close to being sweet that it kind of needs to be, if that makes sense. The whole reason why I even have this in my life is because Chelsea mentioned it in a video, and I had to order it for myself. I went to the website because she had mentioned she orders from Celestial Seasonings directly, and so I thought, oh, I'll go to Stash's website and see if they have it, because my grocery store did not. This is just a little package of the chocolate hazelnut decaf tea. I think you can order it in a quantity of 10 packets for the smallest amount, and then you can get like a half a box size and then a full box. I only got the small order because I figured that way I could just try it. I think it was $2 plus shipping for that, and it shipped really fast. This is one of the best teas I have ever tasted. This is just wow. It is decaffeinated black tea with a like chocolate and hazelnut extract added to it. This is like dessert. This tea is so good. And I do add cream to it like I do with most teas That's just usually how I like it. This is one that still tastes really good to me once it gets cold, like if I let the cup sit too long, which normally it doesn't happen. But thank you so much for mentioning this one, Chelsea, because it's like my new favorite. Also, when I ordered from Stash, they sent me 2 little sample packets that I thought that was so cute so you could try other flavors. One of them was pumpkin spice decaf, and then this one, which I'm really excited to try, which is maple apple cider herbal tea. It says it also has caramel flavor in it. Now, I am a little scared to try this because I have one tea here that I just wanted to warn you about, and it is Black Forest tea. This is by Stash, and I figured, what is it, like cherry and chocolate? Okay, listen. This tea smells so good that when you take a sip of it, you get sad because it tastes nothing like how it smells. So I think what I need to do with this one is add sweetener, and maybe, I don't know. I almost feel like what I have to do is go into it expecting it's going to just taste like hot water, and then I'll be pleasantly surprised that it tastes better than that. As you may or may not know, my husband and I are a really big fan of old mismatched drinkware. We've got a bunch of it for like drinking glasses, and I have done that as well with mugs. It started with my whale mug. This is like a stoneware mug that I got at a charity sale. It was the first time I went to the Ronald McDonald House charity sale. This was the first thing I found when I got there, and I was like, I love this place. I was so excited about it. And it's just really cute. I mean, I don't have a particular thing for whales or anything, but they seem really happy and cute. And I like the blue and just the look of the stoneware, if that's what that's called. This is the one I've been using the most lately. This is my new Care Bear mug that I got at the Ronald McDonald sale. It's just like a one-sided, who's that, Tenderheart? I don't know, he's pink. No, Tenderheart has 1 heart. I'm really disappointed in myself right now, but I don't know who that is. This one sometimes I don't like to use because it makes me sad. I know that sounds weird, but this is a Morris the Cat mug, and Morris was a spokesperson for some kind of cat food when I was a child, and there were kind of, I think, a little bit kind of creepy commercials with a man voicing the cat, but I mean the cat's mouth didn't move or anything. And I don't know, even though I love this mug, sometimes it makes me sad because I'm like, oh Morris, you're no longer with us. I'm sure if you YouTube Morris the cat, you will find commercials. Lastly, I have 2 of these adorable mugs. My aunt purchased a set of these for like all of the girl cousins in the family because Hello Kitty was a big deal. My dad and his sisters were born in Japan and grew up in Japan. My grandma's Japanese. So Hello Kitty has been a big part of my life ever since I was a baby. I had curtains, I had a hat, all that stuff, and it just kept going from there. So my adult relatives, including my own parents, like to encourage our love of Hello Kitty to this day. And here she is with a cute little like peppermint candy bow tie on this mug. Oh, she looks like she did something naughty. Yeah, this came in a set for hot chocolate, and I have 2 of these and I really like them. This is the one that I don't like as much though because it has this little, do you see that? It has this little like nipple on the porcelain, and you feel it when you're holding it. It kind of bugs me, but that's all right. This is my less favorite of the 2, so if both of them are in the cupboard, I will grab this one last. So those are the teas I like to drink. That's what I've been into lately. If you have a tea that you really love that I didn't mention or that I don't know about, please leave it in the comments. If you want to love on Chelsea a little bit as well, I will put her channel information below. And now I have to snap a picture of myself pretending to drink out of one of these mugs for my cover picture. That's what's gonna happen now. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.